So a few months ago,
Yeah.
you committed to a window of celibacy.
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
I was celibate for about 7 months. You know what I'm saying? I actually real celibate.
So hold on, what's real celibate?
No sex.
No sex.
Because I did celibacy before, but it was oral.
Okay.
I used to get oral.
Okay.
I call it even, but it's not really celibacy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I went all the way celibate. Shoot, man. I just learned I could live without sex if I need to. You know what I'm saying? Like if sex is, that's like number one cause of God's downfall, man. Like I told you, women be a lot of people downfall. People focus too much on women. You know what I'm saying? A guy with no money and you focus on a woman, that's tough. You know what I'm saying? Because you're ruining yourself trying to chase after this woman who's really chasing after having fun for real, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Girls just want to have fun. Like,
Sure.
and so, yeah, I learned that I don't really need sex to survive. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to have it. So yeah, that's what I learned. And then also I was fasting too, trying to, just trying to live without certain things. And I was disciplining myself. Like I don't really need to do this. I don't have to. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I got you. So
You ever been celibate?
yeah, I have.
Yeah?
I have. Yeah,
In your marriage?
Nah. First lady ain't really interested in that type of activity. But no, I went a while. I got saved when I was 16.
Word.
And we entered into the ministry at 18, and so that window, while still maturing and developing, I went through several windows that way, and I don't even know if it was necessarily intended celibacy. What I used to call it was space in between falls. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, a lot of what I was introduced to in my early on parts of just Christianity and ministry, it was more about the gift and less about the character. And so a lot of that stuff I had to figure out on my own. And a lot of my commitment after that to living this set apart life and all of that stuff, right? It was about making sure that I wasn't doing things that I would hate in my leaders if I saw them do. Right?
Yeah, 'cause a lot of these pastors be running through these joints, man.
Yeah. And I mean, the reality is, man, as far as leadership, especially in the church is concerned, I don't think we do a good enough job of separating the difference between an example and the standard, right? I think that we as men and women of God, quote unquote, are examples of people trying to do it God's way.
Right.
I think that Jesus is the standard. And I think that while on the one hand, I don't want to sound like I'm giving allowances for reckless behavior, but I do think that there should be more grace afforded to leaders, when they do find themselves at fault. We give grace to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Here recently, we saw Kirk Franklin, which we all knew Kirk cussed.
I didn't even talk about that because I'm like, man, that's a man talking to his son.
A man talking to his son.
If anybody was what he said was true about his son, for him to put that out like that, why would you leak that?
Right.
I'm talking to you as a son. Why'd you even record what we got going on the phone, man? Right. He really wanted to put hands and feet on him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounded like on the phone.
Right.
He really wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I can't really argue with a man like that because Kirk Franklin always been treading that line of world and secular. You know what I'm saying? Like he's always treaded that line. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It just came out that day. And it's probably been like that the whole time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because when you scolding your children, bro, you should be as firm as possible, bro. I'm sorry. Like, even the Bible said spare the rod and what's it?
Spoil the child.
Spoil the child, for sure. And that's facts. Right. You know what I'm saying? Once you let your child, white people with their kids, man, I ain't gonna say all white people because I got white watchers.
Sure. Shout out to the white people that subscribe to your.
But, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, you know what I'm saying, or what TV shows us, and what we see in pop culture or whatever. White kids is shut up, mom. I've never told my mom shut up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a death sentence. Right. It might not even be a death sentence. Let's be real. Right. My mom's not gonna kill me if I say that. But the
It's gonna be some
disrespect
pressure.
factor.
Right.
Like I can't even fathom. You see what I'm saying? I can't fathom the disrespect to tell my mom, shut up, B, or these dudes tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't imagine it. So yeah.
No, I feel you. And again, it's one of those things, man, where I think that sometimes that we forget that we're human beings being human.
Facts.
Right. And so that's as far as the whole leadership piece is concerned. But yeah, I learned, as a matter of fact, I was reading a quote, and I can't pull it up exactly where I read it, but during one of those windows, the reason why I pressed into it was because I read a quote that said, if a man can control his sexuality, he can control the world. That if I can discipline that urge, then there is nothing else that I can't control. And so I thought it was exceptional for you to even take that challenge. At first, I thought it was clickbait. You just kind of saying something, but it was real.
Nah, I try to keep. I'm gonna be honest, man. Yeah, I joke a lot, but I try to be honest though. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff I post, it be a joke, but it be facts. Like I don't be playing. Like, a lot of people be lying and capping, but I really be trying to like. I want you to understand who I am.
True.
Like, some days I'm this, some days I'm this. You know
Sure.
what I'm saying? This is how I think today.
Right.
Tomorrow I'm thinking on a whole nother type time.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
And a lot of people only know me from internet. So, yeah, they probably think it's a game, but they be facts, man.
Yeah. It's exceptional, man, to have the type of freedom. I think it takes a great deal of freedom to live in a space where you don't have to lie.
Yeah.
That everything that I say, I'm so free that I can be 100% authentic without any pretension
For sure.
or having to impress. And that kind of leads me to my next point. So one of the 48 laws of power.
I love that book.
Yeah, shout out to Robert Greene.
For sure.
In a roundabout way suggests that you should play dumber than what you actually are.
I do.
Yeah.
I do on a large scale. I'm as you see, I can articulate well. I can write papers. You know what I'm saying? I grind, I hustle, I do stuff that people don't really do. You know what I'm saying? I'm smart with how I move, but in this society, you kind of got to play dumb. You know what I'm saying? And my mind's open to a lot of things that a lot of people aren't into. But yeah, you got to play dumb here, bro. Like you can't really, win in Rome. You know what I'm saying? When in Rome. Hey, because a lot of people playing dumb, man. It's a lot of people that's smart. Man, you think these street niggas, man, look, these street niggas be dumb you want. Like, these dudes really be smart. They just allowing themselves to operate at a low frequency. They're really smarter than that, bro. Like, I know Bloods, Crips, GDs. I know guys that's smarter than me and you.
Right.
Went to college and everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they're just acting like they this way.
Right.
These rappers, you think these rappers is getting in position. Man, this is a dumb old rapper. Look what he rapping about. Yeah, but behind the scenes, he's talking very articulate to these white guys, to these white head leads of these companies.
Execs, right.
You think that, he only comes on camera when he says stupid stuff. Niggas think NBA YoungBoy is dumb. Okay. You're not going to be that dumb and that caliber of a level, bro. That's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to work like that. So, yeah, man, I play dumb a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. You got to.
No. Yeah.
Because if you're too smart, they're going to take you out.
Right.
Yeah.
You be perceived as too much of a threat. And
Sure.
Threats are dangerous.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that there's wisdom.